What you are proposing is something that is progressive. But how will Archbishop Banda? How will Archbishop Banda? No. I tell you. I don't know. So now, even Panfire, Balungu Wafua, you would have expected that since we are Archbishop Banda, and Archbishop is a friend to this man that has died, to this family, you would have expected that we wouldn't have had this impasse. But we have had this impasse with Vaalik Banda at the center of this. We are with Vaalik Banda at the center of this. From the government side and other stakeholders, they started saying no, Makebi Zulu is a problem here. They started saying Makebi Zulu is a problem. Can we find somebody else to come in? Can we find somebody else to come in? Can we find somebody else to come in? And these sentiments were expressed to the family. And finally, the family came to accept to say, okay, we'll do that. And they also made a demand to say, even you then, change the negotiators. Remove Kavindere. Remove Vakangwa. Remove them. We want somebody else also. If you want us to change Makebi Zulu, we also want you to change. That is how that Dr. Joshua Banda, Bishop Dr. Joshua Banda, remember, that is how government proposed Joshua Banda. And Joshua Banda was proposed because he is the president for evangelical whatever grouping, that evangelical whatever. He's the president. That's why he was chosen. They said, okay, fine, we'll choose this man. Who did the family choose? They chose Vaalik Banda. So it was Ukuku government va Joshua Banda. Ukuku side uku va Vaalik Banda. That is the man they proposed. And when that issue started, Vaalik Banda nishvari deba kufialo whatever to do, and he said, no, until I come back. By the time he was coming back, Vaalik Banda came and said, no, we cannot continue with the negotiations. Why? Because people are insulting me. The UPND sponsored media is insulting me. Over the car. And that is how those negotiations which you heard crumbled because of Dr. Archbishop Vaalik Banda. And me, to be honest with you, I was very disappointed. I'm like, this man, if into thingi, ilio balungu bali povale nyanta. Nili wafuile bali nyanta pova bishop wa chava shani kanshava. Chava shani, what is wrong with this archbishop? This Makebi Zulu that you are seeing, these are shenanigans of Archbishop Vaalik Banda. They are shenanigans of Archbishop Vaalik Banda. Whoever was standing, because it was like to Walungu, for somebody to succeed him, he had to be anointed by Vaalik Banda. Whoever was to be anointed, he had to be anointed by Vaalik Banda. To Walungu. And once if all those who were around Edgar Lungu, they know this. They know this and they can attest to this. If they are courageous, they are cowards. They are cowards. But really, you have to be anointed by this man. This Makebi Zulu has been anointed by this man. This is how he has been playing politics. And at the moment, their intention, all these things that you are seeing, for them, is to remove Hakainde Hichilema. The Archbishop Banda, he believes where he is, that he can remove Hakainde Hichilema. He believes. And they are strongly doing whatever they can, Navena Makebi Zulu, to make sure that they remove Hakainde Hichilema. That is their agenda. Today, what you saw, it is an attempt, to discredit the government. When he received this call out, what does he do? He spread it. He spread it and manipulated the unsuspected citizen to think that he's being persecuted. That is why he circulated that call out. He circulated that call out because he wanted people to think he's being persecuted. No, he's not being persecuted. He's not being persecuted. This is a political player with an agenda to dislodge Hakainde Hichilema. An agenda to dislodge Hakainde Hichilema. He sees this, instead of being remorseful for what he had done over this car, he circulates it. And Makebi Zulu puts in his resources and they start running. Look at the people that are talking. Nyaka kama icheka kuna nikana. Kari busy, look. Kari busy, defending Archbishop Banda. Busy defending Archbishop Banda. I will not talk about Emmanuel Mwamba because we have a treaty. We have a treaty. Me and Emmanuel Mwamba. Emmanuel Mwamba is my brother. Emmanuel Mwamba nishibukombe wandi. So nshamulande mwebene you make a judgment of that. But they have been busy writing articles, saying all sorts of things, even demonizing other bishops. Busy. No, that was just a gift. Hey, Kings Richard, the Chatina Natire. It is the Makebi Zulu machinery. It is the Makebi Zulu machinery. Because Makebi Zulu is the anointed of Archbishop Banda. Once mwe bachira twalo tufumo kulia kirikiti mule shindika wa Archbishop Banda, thinking that Archbishop Banda will anoint you. Archbishop Banda has anointed Makebi Zulu. You are wasting your time because most of you are there. Hey, Hail Mary, full of grace. Hey, mwaishwa na rosary yota mwaishwa. Mwaishwa na rosary yota mwaishwa. Mwapuka na ruka lishiyota mupoka. Gufata tivamone va Archbishop Banda. No. Archbishop Banda has an agenda already. Baba mupakti na Makebi Zulu vamayo va Esther na va Archbishop Banda. Whether you mumpate, whether you mulande, baba mupakti. These are the three. Evarete chienga. Nangu mwachira piba mwapi. Hail Mary, full of grace. Tapadi. Makebi Zulu eobasala. And in their belief, they strongly believe that, they will remove Hakainde Hichilema. Even today, what happened, all these things, it was properly orchestrated. The what was circulated, and I feel pity that other bishops have been drawn into this, that they ended up even issuing a statement to say we are supporting our own, we are standing with our own. It is meant to silence the church. There is nothing meant to silence the church. This man, your brother, has been in the political battlefield. He has been in the political battlefield. He has been in a political battlefield. And I used to meet him. And most of the times, because I think I failed to pretend. That doesn't agree with me. He saw me because most of the times when we met, we could barely greet each other. We used to meet Kuri Edgarungu. But most of the times, it just went in as far as greeting. That's it. And I'm sure he could tell that, because if ingi our Archbishop, and I'm telling you, I'm like, Gosh, especially party reconciliation, when, you know, you can imagine, Hakainde Hichilema is a sitting president, and he makes an initiative to send the people to Walungu to say, hey, you know, Mune, can we engage and whatever. Valungu eva kene. And Hichilema, I've got no reason to lie to you. And Valungu vari kene, why? I'm a bishop's band. There was that meeting that happened. I'm a bishop's band. They dragged the Archbishop to a meeting with the Hakainde Hichilema. Again, you remember there was that initiative. Remember there was that impasse that was there, and the Hakainde Hichilema chose a number of ministers to go around talking to bishops. You remember? And those, those visits to different bishops culminated in bishops going to State House. And the Archbishop didn't want. But other bishops prevailed over him and insisted that he should be part of it. I can't disclose much. I can't disclose much of that because these issues, I got them in confidence. But I can tell you that the man grudgingly went for that meeting. And after that meeting, what he said and how he looked at it, it is something else, which of course I can't disclose. But clearly for him, it was a I don't know, he was just like forced to get into that meeting. Because to him, what is it? You can say, no, hey, whatever. No, he has been talking. Tell me, what agenda has Banda been advocating for? Tell me one agenda. This is the agenda. This is what he has been talking about. I remember when Father Ombeto was busy talking, he had an agenda. There was something that he was talking about. I remember Dijong, when he was talking, there was something that he was talking about. He was talking for the poor. He had so much for the poor. He was talking for the poor. Dijong. Father Mia, we were very clear. It was about the media. It was about communication. It was about the poor. There are things that you can clearly identify them, that this is what they were advocating for. Ababa Banda, finish what they advocate for. Njeveni, finish what they advocate for. No, hey, he has been speaking for the people. Tell me, what has he been speaking about? Apart from condemning Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND, what has he been talking about? He's a general advocate. Who take what they have failed? Hey, Hakainde Hichilema has failed. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema, your government is very bad. Hey, Wakapokola. Hey, you have made them into the wings. Hey, whatever. That is Chilandelande. Like a politician. That is how Archbishop Banda has been talking. It is about this man, he must go. And of course, he doesn't like him because he was benefiting heavily from Edgar Lungu. If we were to do an audit on Archbishop Banda, he cannot account for so many things. He can't account for so many things. And the man is highly materialistic. In the Archdiocese, we have a house for a long time. We know the house for the Archbishop is that house in Roma. But Archbishop Banda, when he was appointed, he has never lived there. He has built his own house. In New Kasama, according to the way he likes it and whatever. And today, you Azimai, you women who are going, hey, hey, am I Maria? Am I Maria? You were singing. Do you even know his house? Among most of you, you women, imwazimai, bwabene mwenzo imba. Mwenzo imbira bishop watu. Matikulira bishop, mwenzo imba. Kunyumba bishop, ya Archbishop Banda, mukuziva. Do you even know where he stays? That house is only open mostly to these politicians with money. They are the ones who know his house. They are the one who knows his house. His house is another state house. Even a state house, kulasango abapina. Kulasango abapina. Even me, who is a nobody, at least there were people that knew my house. Most of you knew my house. But him, Nibaman Kangala, he's a statesman and whatever, he lives alone. He lives his lavish life. A good life that he lives. Kudia kunganda kudia kuroma kudia ewe kala kufeni ba Archbishop Mpundu ewe kala. Arif mako badi basha wekala uko. That is that man. And today, you know, after Baxter security kana propaganda ya ingira, yesterday he had the mass. He had mass. And that mass, I can tell you, it was communicated. It was communicated to the political leaders. That is how you saw those political figures there. It was communicated in the political channel, on the political platform. It was communicated over Bishop Kwatamas, and that is how they converged yesterday. Why did they converge? They converged so that Archbishop Banda can announce, can prepare people for the following day. It was well calculated. He needed to tell people, he needed to gather people. How does he do it? He calls, he sends a message. Go and see. Go back, look at the videos. You will find that the church was filled half by politicians. Half of the people that were in there, they were politicians. Tell me, those politicians, how did they know that Archbishop Banda is celebrating Mass yesterday? Tell me. How did those politicians, how did they know that the Lord Archbishop Banda celebrate Mass? How did they know? Because the only way he could meet them and tell them about the plan for today was yesterday. He had to prepare them. He had to call them so that they can go and prepare. He called them so that he can tell them, go and prepare. And they came and he celebrated Mass. We will not judge Mass. I mean, whenever Mass is celebrated, the grace of God is there, regardless of who is celebrating it. But Archbishop Banda had an ulterior motive for that Mass. He had an ulterior motive. The ulterior motive was to gather those politicians and tell them about today so that they can go and prepare. And an announcement was made after Mass. An announcement was clearly made that tomorrow we will have another Mass here. And after Mass, that is when we will go. Was that really Mass? Was that really Mass? Was that really done, to Mass as it were? And in the Catholic Church, in the Lusaka diocese, there is usually no Mass on Mondays. In the churches, there usually no Masses. Especially Ahmad diocesan priests. And okay, fine. I mean, a priest, from my understanding, is supposed to celebrate Mass every day. But they have Rama chapels. They have Rama chapels where they celebrate Mass. Why did Archbishop Banda open the cathedral for Mass today on a Monday at that particular time? Why? Why did he has to call a pre-mass, a vigil mass? He called a vigil mass so that he can announce that tomorrow we will have mass here. In other words, it was not about mass. It was about we will converge here. What this mass, the mass that they had today, it was not about mass, it was about converging here. Because you see, one of the difficult things, if you want to, those of us, and thank God, have been trained by the Catholic Church. Civil disobedience, if you want to conduct a civil disobedience, the first thing, or a protest, one important thing is to communicate. How do you communicate with the people? You know, most of the times people fail to pull up some political stance. Why? Because the first thing is a channel of communication. If you want to destabilize anything, if you want to do anything as a group, you must find how am I going to reach people? And I'm telling you that is not easy. That is not easy. That is why some of these politicians fail, to come up with a protest. It is, how are you going to communicate? How are you going to communicate with people? But Archbishop Banda uses the church to communicate. He uses the church to communicate. He uses mass, come and pray. When they come and pray, so you have to find a communication. And then you have to find a converging point. Converging point is very important. If you want to do something, as a mob, whether it is a protest, whether it is civil disobedience, you must find where are you going to converge people. Converging people is the most difficult thing. This is why even the police, when they want to counter a demonstration or whatever, they make sure that they disperse people. They fire tear gas so that people are scattered. People are not together. When people are together, it is difficult. It is difficult. It is difficult. So that is why they throw tear gas. So that, because tear gas now you start scampering all over. They dismember you. Once they dismember you, it is difficult now to control you. And this is where Archbishop Banda played it good. Because he's an archbishop, so it is easy to communicate. He uses the Catholic system. And number two, it is easy for him to have a converging point because he has a cathedral. So all they have to do is they converge as the cathedral. And you have seen even these other advocacies, even the Bill 7, where did they converge? Cathedral. Cathedral. He has a converging point and he uses his position as an archbishop to converge people for his agenda. Not for the spreading of the word of God. No. No. And in these instances, you actually don't see many faithful coming. You see the politicians. The Bill 7 issue. You saw who were there. It is the politician, not the faithful. You can say whatever you want, but many faithful in Lusaka Archdiocese, even if you were to conduct a survey, if you can conduct a survey on Archbishop Archbishop Banda, the opinion of many Catholics in the Archdiocese, I'm telling you, he would fare very poorly. He would fare very poorly. Trust me, he would fare very poorly. Very poorly. You don't actually see the real faithful. Most of the times, the people that come for these kind of things, if it is a real mass, the people that you see there, they are nothing. If it is real mass, real prayer, the people that converge at the Cathedral of Child Jesus, they are much more than what you see when it has a political connotation. Because people have seen through this Archbishop. But they can't say it. We can't say it. Even some of those sisters you saw, some of those priests you saw, they know that our Archbishop is highly political. They have seen. That mass which you had, it was, most of them, they were politicians. That group of women who were calling, those are women, it is a women group in the Catholic Church. And those, I mean, they are just told, if they tell them, come to church tomorrow, they will come and converge. But choir, they are just told, if they tell them, come tomorrow for mass, they will come. But voluntary people, ordinary Catholics, they were not there. They were not there. The people that were there, it is those groupings that, they act according to what the leader says. The leader of that group says. These are the people that come. The rest of these, my politicians, those are the ones that you saw today. Those are the ones that you saw today. And the Archbishop announced yesterday, go and prepare and bring people. Go and prepare tomorrow and bring people. We will march. Come, bring people tomorrow. They had to converge. And they converged in the name of mass. After mass, Archbishop Banda, he is a proper politician. Instead of jumping in a vehicle, let's go to deck and go and answer. No. He pulled a stand. Let us walk. And walking, there were women there. Women, like I told you, women grouping. These are not women that's just, let me go and defend my Archbishop. No. It is women groupings who just follow the instruction of the leadership. So these women came. The politicians were there. And they walked. And the Archbishop knew very well. He knew it was well calculated. If we go in here to Kavala to block her, the police will block the vehicles. So let's walk. So one thing, when you are walking and when you are in vehicles, it's different. And when you are walking, you use women. A lot of women come who, some of them, most of them didn't even understand what was happening. They didn't understand. And most of the times, tell me, most of the times, when do you see Archbishop Banda going in a cassock? Most of the time, Archbishop Baladiamo smart. He's a very smart man. Starting from the shoes, the trousers, the shirt, he's a very smart man. You rarely see him in a cassock. But this man uses a cassock, either that robe, the black robe, and the mitre. He uses it, when he has got an agenda to run. When he is going to visit his friend who has been arrested for shooting in the air, for being careless with his gun. When he is arrested and is going to see him, that is when he wears a robe. He wears a robe. But most of the times, I met that man many times. He's usually smart. But when he knows that he wants to catch the attention of the media, he puts on a robe. He doesn't wear a robe. In a week, how many times does Archbishop wear a robe? How many times? But when he knows that there will be cameras, when he knows that he wants to, defend his political friends, you see him in a robe. Today he put on a robe. Why wear a robe? Why wear a robe? Why? Why wear a robe? Why wear a robe? Why? Ulia mkwa suka pali motoka. Ulia kupolisi. Ulia kukuna nikane kuli badeki ukoko lea. You are going to the authorities. You are going to answer. Why wear a robe? Why wear a robe? Why walk? Why walk? When did you see that man walking? When did you see that man walking? Tell me who has met him walking. Even for physical, for fit, whatever. Who has seen that man walking? Who? Who has seen him, that man walking? But today, and that brother, Andrew Shimpasa, I sympathize with him. He has been given, this title as a vicar, and he's trying to live to the he's trying to impress his boss. They announced as law-abiding citizens, we are going. Right after this, we are going. Meaning, don't go, join us. Efo vachisa fuma. Helo nomba mama politician nomba. Vachana wafolo tuma suti. Shana uko kirikiti nomba. Ya chikava nomba. Kupiva nomba. Kirikiti. And play with psychology. Helo ba nomba vale titantu anikane. Vakabova vale imbe nyimbo. Kambwiri ule chimona. Chimdala cha chisachaya kwa. Weekend porozai. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Because inakapokola kuti achitenshi. Efo nachira mutashati ndala. He pulled a serious political stance. What can you do? Kapokola, what can you do? What can you do? They had to walk all the way. They didn't know. Vakapokola vachiruvana. Vachiruvana mdala para. What do you do? What do you do? Paper. They are going, praying. Our Father who art in heaven. I was looking at them. Some of them, I don't even know the last time that they prayed. I wonder. But they had to do it. And the Bishop Mdara, China Kunda, Humu Film. Kwa, Murikaso Kumdara. Ya, Chaya Mukari. Alibanda. Mdaro ni mukari. Now in grammar politics. Now in grammar politics. So I'm not addressing you as my Archbishop. I'm addressing you as a politician. Mdaro ajitea hivi mdara. Wachiva chaya. Uli mukari we. Uli mukari. China panda mdana cross. Ela cheated. Very visible. Yeah, you are bad. Yeah, you are bad. Banda mukari guys. Awe mumbere kosanjire basarura njesarura Archbishop ndelanda pali politician munandi. Uli politician, uli achitea bad guy. Kirikiti baga pogola Africa. Hey, no, go back. Hey, viwana na baga pogola. Kunu moku fiako shano ko. Hey, Mary full of God. Kapogola ruvana. Deswe vya kuchita. What do you do there? What do you do? It's very difficult. Yeah. Ikahiria. Va friend membe katishinga last time vaikete vachitire mirimo ya uloya. Lero vashivani va lawyer. I'm a lawyer. Archbishop Banda. Guys. Yo mwachitea. Kirikiti mpaka uko. Command center. Command center abantu bashala pansi. Bana maye bareimba. Basa afukama bafukama. Ba given ubindele no bachibani bananikane niba prayer leader. Na bafukama mdala balwinda. Kwa bale pepa. Pakati pa musevo. Guys mulangala. No. Kwangasha ekeresha kulia. That is playing with the church. And I don't know, even you, the other bishops, nangu kwena ni muna nikane uyu bishop is your friend and whatever awe even those in the Vatican, seriously, that is you know that is commercializing the church. That is moving away from what the church should be. No, that is not right. That is not right. You cannot manipulate people like that. That is manipulating the innocent Christians, innocent women. Those women don't even understand why Archbishop was called. They don't understand. But they were made, you know, to walk that distance, to go and start praying in the middle of the road, exposing them to danger. Because if those police officers had reacted, what would have happened today? What would have happened? Because really, me, a simple politician, most of the times my first instinct is to protect people. In my political activities, the first thing is to protect people. I don't want to expose people. But Archbishop Banda tabachifuatira nenchito. If Vakapokola, they were like the way they were brutal, muliwa Edgar Lungu. Lelo nga vachipumwa abantu. Nga vachipumwa muliwa elongo kushenga vanu kisakufija. Do you think that would have happened, that walk? Nga vachimikapa na corona yenu, nga vachikapa. They would have beaten you brutally with your rosaries. They would have beaten you. Thank God to the police of today with haka inde ichirema. Awiyo ina haka inde ichirema. Haka inde ichirema mubi sana umutima. Haka inde ichirema mubi sana umutima. You saw how they acted. We didn't see guns today. We didn't. Nga fiachivipa. Those police officers valelanda krikiti. Nga fiachivipa. Nga mwachisa notuma jacket na tulepauka. Ifitenge nga fiachipona kulia. Nga fiachipona. Baraba na mayo bali. Nga vere na vekata imwe. Nga fiachivipa kulia. Nga fiachivipa. And that is what that man wanted. This so-called man that you are saying is an archbishop, is a man of God. That is what he wanted. That is what Archbishop wanted. Archbishop wanted to have a commotion so that he doesn't go. Because the Kwacha commotion, he wouldn't have gone. And he would have used that excuse to say, no, we were coming. And then the police stopped us. When I saw them, they are busy praying on the road. I also started praying to say, please, Vakapokola, may, please, Mother Mary, protect the people. Let this thing, let no one get hurt. I started praying as well. And indeed, nothing happened. Thank you very much, Vakapokola. Thank you. Thank you. The Archbishop wanted to divert their attention. He wanted to divert their attention. He wanted to change everything. Leno apasonga turenda tiyo Vakapokola vachuma shani bruto. But Vakapokola nabo, they were very professional. Thank you. Thank you, Vakapokola. You at least outsmarted. You outsmarted. You outsmart. Kachinga ni outsmarted, ngani outsmart. You outsmart that bantu anikane va Archbishop Banda, because va Archbishop Banda bachira for afibipe fintu kuja. Efo bachira for. He wanted things to go bad so that he doesn't go. Because actually, he doesn't have anything to say. He doesn't have anything to say. When he went now for interviews, he was asked, you had this vehicle, how did you acquire this vehicle? He remained silent. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Now, you can try to defend him, you can try to whatever. But in terms of proceed of crime, your explanation is very important. When the police call you, it's simply to find out, to say, you have been found with a property that is believed to have been stolen. What did you have to say about it? What did you know about it? So, some of you were trying to say, no, he couldn't say what. No. Those are not times when you keep quiet. You only keep quiet if you know you are guilty. If you know that you are not guilty, you are talking about you have been found with something believed to be a proceed of crime. The only thing that you do is to explain. Iwe twakusanga na peni. We have found you with this pen. How did you get it? Where did you get it? Where did you get it? You have to keep quiet. Do you have to keep quiet? Archbishop na bonsi mweba never support that. Why did he have to keep quiet? What is so difficult about saying, ibopeni uampele mukashwandi or uampele nichakuti? It is as simple as that. We saw in the case of Boma Lusambo, the wife simply said, no, me, it's my husband. And the husband said, yes, it's me. And the wife was acquitted. Now, baba Archbishop wenu abamulela ndaba Archbishop. Baba sanga na motoka. Londolo de motoka. How did you find yourself in the position of this car? He keeps quiet. How? Why is he keeping quiet? Why is he keeping quiet? If it is a gift, why not mention to say it was given to me by Tayali? But where did Tayali get it? I don't know. Go and ask him. Tefo balela ndavena tasira. Avena tasira abana babalungu. Nga watola kukoti. What were they saying? They were saying we were given by the father. Even the wife said we were given by Balungu. It was as simple as that. That's what they were doing. And even ourselves, that's even when I was defending them. That's what I was saying. I was saying, why are you asking the children? Ask the father. Ask the father. But why did the Archbishop remain quiet? Why? It is because the Archbishop knows that that vehicle was dubiously obtained from ZRA. It was dubiously obtained from ZRA. And the Archbishop Banda knows. No doubt he knows. He knows. So, but what happened? So here are the details of this case. And you will hear them in court because the Archbishop Banda is going to be arrested. All those maneuvers, all those machinations, amatrix, yakfuare mikanjo, carrying women, they will not help him. That man will be caught and he will be arrested and he will go to the magistrate. And you will hear these facts. You see, at ZRA, there is a policy of disposing of vehicles and other properties, like many other companies, but we're talking about ZRA. At ZRA, there is a policy of disposing of vehicles after some time. They have got their own criteria. They have got their own criteria which they use to dispose of vehicles. But what they do, these vehicles are given priority to be sold to workers using what is this? What is this? Is it tender? Not tender. Lottery. Achan, what do you call this? Auction sale. They are sold on auction sale to workers. And before they are auctioned, they go, now these are the details. Before they dispose of vehicles, they identify vehicles according to the criteria that they have, vehicles to be disposed of. And so they would put up these vehicles and they will count these vehicles. Let's say vehicles, maybe they take about 50 vehicles. These vehicles are supposed to be disposed of according to the criteria. And they are taken to the board to say, well, board, we have got these vehicles. Remember, ZRA is government. And so they go to the board and say, we have got these vehicles and they have fulfilled the criteria of being disposed of. And the board will look at those vehicles and they will give authorization. 50 vehicles. I'm talking about 50 vehicles. That is just for example. So in a 50 vehicles here, the board will sign. Or vehicle number 50 vehicles. The board will sign, okay, dispose of these vehicles. through an auction sale to the workers. And they will get that list now. And they will conduct an auction sale. Now, when they are conducting an auction sale, what these people do, ku ZRA, okay? They play in Mingalato, especially with PF. They were playing in Mingalato. When the board approves 50 vehicles, they will take 30 vehicles for auction sale. 30 vehicles for auction sale. And then they will choose the nice vehicles. And so sometimes even that criterion of vehicles over that some of the vehicles, boss na kwata interest. No, I want that GX. I want that GX. I want to have it. So na yena kula watu vaivika pofilia, using utuma tricks vachitava panel big panel vetu vavika. So even when they are taking to the board, ama bosses, certain people, certain individuals, they have got interest in certain vehicles. So they put them on that list. And when the board approves, those vehicles in where they have interest, they don't take them for auction. They don't take them for auction. They keep them. They keep them, they put them aside. They go and auction. If it's if it's auction, kuma workers. But those vehicles, they were more interest, they keep them. And then they use different individuals as if they are the ones that bid for those vehicles and they have bought them. They put them together. So there are genuine vehicles that go for auction sale, but there are some vehicles that don't go for auction sale because they have got particular interests. Ama bosses. And remember, ZRA, na Zesco, they had people, amakadas. Those were the cash cows. Zesco, ZRA, Vanapsa, Shani, Ziski, Ekobalitwala makadas. So you find that in your toka, Shaleva identified, and some of the vehicles, they were even, allocated to people. Amakadas, they are but so these people, they knew in Metoka, Iria. You see? And those vehicles, they were not going for auction sale. Muliba PF, Muliba Rungu, this is what they were doing. I don't know about now. I don't know. And I hope you are not doing the same thing. That's all I can tell you. Because all these things that you are talking about, I'm not here to, it is not about, because I'm supporting Aka in the Ichilema. I'm telling you, some of you, you also find yourself in problems. You should learn out of what some of these, what is happening to these other people. And I am saying this so that we know how you used to play these things. We know. We know. So anyway, those vehicles which don't go for auction sale, where they have an interest, they use random people as long as avombamu ZRA. Now, what happens is that some people who were being alleged to have bought vehicles, they didn't even know. They were not knowing. Because vale mkula femuntu na ngufenina nika pianga ni off-soldary. An off-soldary who cannot buy a vehicle. Vasenda, iwe, piri, bweresa reji yako. Piri, bosi, mufuna reji yanga. Bweresa, I want to do something. Piri aleta reji, vatita photocopy, no kumuchita piri, ukawati piri alishita motoka. Hilux. And yet Piri is an innocent man, takwatanem. He doesn't even know. But just because Piri works in ZRA, they will use his name, they will use his details to say Piri ewashitire motoka, and yet Piri is not the one that bought the vehicle. This is the situation pali motoka yaba Archbishop Banda. This is the situation. They got details of someone. If you fishing car, not no, don't even whatever. Efika chiti efo mukomfwana mukoti. I'm giving you facts as they are. They got details of someone. They got details of someone who was working for ZRA. No kumulembe shinoko at ewa shita motoka pali 50,000 kwacha. But this person didn't know that he bought that vehicle. At least according to the evidence that has been given. This person didn't know that he has bought a vehicle. So ulia wale mbele nomba trotuma risiti mure mona shani ba vikirepo waku vikapo fe ulia muntu taishiwe no kwisho kwa talesta na motoka taishiwe poneli yashi. He was only because now uwafya kai ba muingishe ko fye nchito ilia mwadishwa ilia ba muingishe ko fye nchito ba mfuaira kwa kachito ba muingisha. So whatever he was being asked by the bosses, he was just agreeing. But he didn't know that whatever the boss was playing at, it was to buy a vehicle. He didn't know. That is how those documentations went into the name of this young man, a very young man, by the way, a very young man. This young man now, I mean, they get the documents, and that's how they got the vehicle out of ZRA. The question is that legal? Isn't that stealing? You use details of somebody without him knowing. Without him knowing. Isn't that stealing? Mwavula ama details ya muntu. You know, you get the details of somebody else and you say this is the person that has bought the vehicle. And when you get that vehicle number, you take it to Archbishop Banda. Archbishop Banda, it is not that he didn't know. He knew. He knew. Archbishop Banda needed a vehicle. And he told Valungu, I need a vehicle. Then Valungu told the boss at ZRA. The boss at ZRA told the guy who was in charge. He needed a vehicle for I don't know whatever he needed it. After Balungu kweba boss wa ZRA. Boss wa ZRA no tapali wafya. Tapali wafya. Boss wa ZRA kweba koja umuntu wakwe who was in charge. Uyo muntu wako wali was in charge kuya sendama documents yakwa one of the persons that he helped to get a job in ZRA. He gets the details. And that is how they got the vehicle. Is that legal? Baba tuadira wa bishop, baba tuadira wa archbishop, baba tuadira motoka motoka yaisa. Ba bishop ba umfona wini. No, change it. No, baba londolwila. Fiachende fine. Archbishop, no. Twala ivika missionary yandi. Efo ba ivikile missionary, ba chinja number ownership number from that boy into Archbishop Banda. Archbishop Banda knew. Archbishop Banda knew. Imingala tobatere. He knew. And that is why he's quiet. What is he going to say? Uyo mulela ndapati is the one who gave him a gift. Epuadi. Nali never mind. But this case is open and closed. It's open and closed. Because uyo muntu mulela ndati, this is a person that gifted ba Archbishop Banda. That young man, you will see that young man. He will come in court. And he will testify to say, I didn't know about this vehicle. I didn't know. What are you going to do now? Archbishop Banda, Hail Mary, full of grace. Hail Mary, full of grace. Hail Mary. What are you going to do? vakakakwa vamudala vada valekakwa especially with that pomposity with if valechita. And for them they are thinking that no hakainde ichile maria hakainde ichile mataleya. Some of you are even praying and mwachila them but hey, rest in peace hakainde ichilema. Hakainde ichilema is alive. Hakainde ichilema is well. Hakainde ichilema is coming back in 2026. So those are figments of your imaginations. Hakainde ichilema is there, and you are going to be punished for your crimes. You are going to be punished for your criminalities. They used an innocent young man to steal a vehicle from ZRA because they even just stole it. How can you buy a Hilux 50,000 kwacha? Yeah? Tell me, take me 50,000 kwacha Hilux. Yeah? 50,000 kwacha Hilux, even Kavits, you can't buy at 50,000 kwacha. How can you buy a Hilux at 50,000 kwacha? Nibuka wala chapwa. Nibuka wala, it's just stealing, that's all. That is how Arik Banda got that vehicle. That is why Arik Banda is quiet. That is why Arik Banda is putting up all those stunts. Because he knows that he's in trouble. He knows they committed a crime. And look, Hakainde Ichilema is a bad man. When that case came up, that case was put aside. It was put aside. Why? Because they were respecting Arik Banda. They were respecting Arik Banda. It was put aside because some of you have been, hey, but why is it coming up now? They put it aside. If you look at the indictment, Yakwa Kingsley Chanda with that other man, that vehicle was not there. It was simply because, not because they didn't have evidence. They just didn't, they were respecting Arik Banda. But whenever Arik Banda, no, hey, this presidency, hey, this government has become rogue. Hey, this government, hey, oh, okay. Twakuchindika wambokula uletukauka. Twakuchindika uletukauka ulekonka nyapefe ya kulokulondoloka. Na tukabuleka akamulandwaka. That is how the case has come about. Na tukabule because, you know, ufile white chef ya. If you are involved in some criminality, you don't play holier than thou. No, you don't. You bloody behave yourself. They knew, Arik Banda knew. He knew that that vehicle was dubiously gotten from ZRA. He knew. And that is why they even put it in his name. It was hush. It's just that when now those issues came after Bambok checking, that is how they started checking number. And that's when they said, you were a young man, you bought a vehicle at 50,000. What? You didn't list a motoka. I say, we ishvishile. If we are shili indiri. Just up, papa. Imwe, kasi lista kuna motoka au ishvishile. Hii just abo motoka. Tawesta abo motoka ndiye Hilux hapa. I don't know about this vehicle. That is why Arik Banda has been quiet. That is why Arik Banda is trying to deflect this issue. He's trying to, mud it in. No, the church is being persecuted. The church is being persecuted. Persecuted on what? Mulomo wa Arik Banda. This case was put aside. No Baba Arik Banda. No. And everywhere it happens. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. You don't come out and start accusing people. Hey, you are corrupt. Now when you come Allah, what nonsense is that? You want to hide in your position as Archbishop. No, hey, the church is whatever. This is what I've told you. Hey, no, but shouldn't they be receiving gifts? Hey, whatever. No. This was planned. Arik Banda wanted the vehicle. He asked Valungu ndefo motoka. Valungu baeba umunavo uja. Uwa kuzedare. kuzendare ulyo boss ayevo wali in charge kufya hivi bapanga ka deal nomba tetuchite auction amamotoka bachaka auction basende myotoka batwala ku board yachita approve some vehicles bashitisha ishimbisha shala epafumina motoka yaba Archbishop Banda efeli ashididi tapali na fimbi ngandeme wakati ba Archbishop Banda bakakakwa because nabeshi banokuishiba ba Archbishop Banda bakakakwa pali didia. She is going to be convicted. He will go in because he knew. What is he going to say? No, I didn't know. You didn't know. How did you change the name of ownership? How did you change name of ownership? No, whatever. Who changed the ownership? Ili badi didi ashiri. Didi badi. Mwira ibe panoku ibe. But Mary. Mayo Maria tasa potefia buka walala. Mother Mary does not support criminality. She doesn't support criminality. She wants you to repent. Instead of being arrogant and using her name to hide your criminality, Mother Mary does not tolerate that. You will end up being jailed. What you're supposed to do is to humble yourself, is to ask for mercy. Not putting up this arrogance. But Archbishop Banda should have just humbled himself. I said it yesterday because I knew. That's why I was telling you to say, humble yourself. But kwisa, abona makebizulu wabo. Wasenda do kusenda ZRA, makebizulu. What nonsense. Tampeni kutuma mafoni pushen narami asuka. You can start calling now. Evo ni didiashi. Tapani kwa chani. Niwuka bwalala. And I don't care whether munjevati no Catholic whatever. You can be a Catholic, you can be a priest, you can be an archbishop, but if you are involved in corruption, I mean, what the heck? I would call you for what you are. I will say it as it is. Ala. Ngamulefa mukanta mfye mu church. Ngayapange church lyandi. Ala. Hello? 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 Kuichefia. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Tayali.
Good evening.
I'm calling you from Lusaka.
Yes.
Tatotera for the program that you are giving us. My name's Ruth from Lusaka. As a concerned citizen, Tayali, we have a few concerns. Someone is summoned in an individual capacity. How then does it become as if what in church you say some money? Are we now sending God to a point that we to aya kuyamina papa deki ukwamba ukulaita Holy Mary Mother of God inena tira munapati ni blasphemy. Aba eva kalamba bafuire batusunga mu mchalo abafuire batupera guidance. But now if they are portraying all that drama that was put up today, as a citizen, I'm embarrassed to come under faith shinka. I'm embarrassed. I don't know where this country is going because we want to politicize everything. If the bishop is not guilty, why put up all this drama that is putting up? If we, to be honest with you, it's like if a bishop has a lot of things that he's hiding.
Yes.
Hence all this drama is putting up. He has a lot of things, but everybody is a drama imumwene ukwebati But if for that number batuufu tumone partner kali mu government ile evaluation. When in the actual sense he knows what he's doing. He knows the dubious mood he has been living. He's just hiding in that let him just come out in the open that he has decided to join politics. And somehow he has been used by these political vouchers. Because how then, as a bishop, do you accept a vehicle that was obtained through dubious means from ZRA? Umuntu wakwaresa. Batayali. Awe, kwena ba bishop mfuna batushita disappointment for when you for apartment for Catholic cannot be disappointed. If what to the umfanensoni.
Imagine.
Because Catholic is no church. No befifi de chitika man watu musebanye wafulisha.
No,
wafulisha batari musebanye.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Other churches they've had the bishops being summoned. They don't put up this drama.
No.
Drama ni fulisha. Na totela batari continue with this program. You are helping a lot of us na totela.
Thank you. Na totela sana. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Yes, please.
Good evening, Tayali.
Good evening.
Yes, yes, I've been following your program, and I like the way you have explained this whole thing for Dr. Archbishop Banda. Yeah, so from the look of the thing, my observation is that I think even the other Catholic bishops are not in support of what the bishop is doing. Because truly, if they were in support, we would have seen some of them join that work. But all we saw were these big political leaders, and of which I believe some of them were just people they were meeting, maybe along the way as they were walking. So truly, I don't think they are in support of the conduct of the bishop. He's really conducted himself in a manner that is embarrassing the church. And they are making the Catholic Church look like it supports criminals. They want to turn the Catholic Church into a church that supports criminality, which is very bad for the church. So I just wanted to find out from you, who was trained as a priest. I don't know, because some of us, the churches that we go to, if a church leader conducts themselves in a certain way, they are somehow disfellowshipped. Because truly, the bishop is not representing the Catholic very well. Isn't there a way of maybe disciplining the bishop? Because it's not looking bad, it's not looking good on the church, you know? So I don't know, maybe I would want to hear from you who has been trained as a priest, how such issues are handled.
Yeah.
Because I think he's embarrassing the church.
Yeah. So, but
I was looking at the video of even the Catholic nuns.
Yes.
You know, it's a sign that the leadership in church is not good. And this is the reason why even now the sisters are conducting themselves in that manner, where they are even insulting. You know, it's really looking bad. I don't know what your comment is on the conduct in terms of the priests and how it's handled when they conduct themselves in a certain way.
Yeah. One thing that I'll say outrightly is that the Catholic Church, especially in terms of the Archbishop is appointed by the Pope, and the Pope oversees the bishops throughout the world. So sometimes the church may take a bit of time. They want to investigate because they don't want to act, by impasse. Okay, they want to investigate, and sometimes it may take a little bit long, for the church to investigate. I know for sure that the case of Archbishop Banda, I am very sure it must have drawn the attention of the Holy See. I'm very, very sure about it. But of course, they may not have the evidence. I'm sure Banda and he has given them his side of story. I don't think they know exactly the details, and then at the end of the day, such cases, these are cases that are only proven that you are innocent until proven by the courts of law.
Proven guilty.
So the church is very careful, such that they don't want to be unjust. They don't want somebody to
be reactive.
Exactly. Yeah. So please don't think that the church condones criminality. The church condones corruption. No, the church doesn't. The church doesn't condone that kind of behavior. Because the Archbishop risked the Catholic faithful, especially those women. They risked because a number of them, I'm sure, they didn't even understand. But imagine if the police
behaving like
no. And it is acceptable if there is a cause. If it is a cause that is defending, the church would support that. But in this instance, the Archbishop used the church, to sort out his own personal mess. Because this is a mess. Yes, this is a mess. The vehicle was registered in his name. He's the one that received the vehicle. And he goes and gets the entire church. No, I don't think the church would support this kind of thing. But then again, the church may take a little bit of time, to react. But certainly, you may see a reaction in future after they do an investigation. I am very disappointed as well. And I am sure, the Holy See is really looking at this matter.
Even other church members are disappointed,
So that is the situation.
Because me, I was actually very shocked that and I want to believe that those people who joined the walk, I don't think those are true Catholic believers.
No, and one thing. That's what Archbishop Banda wanted. That's what he wanted. When he decided to walk, he wanted to attract other bystanders to join in, so that as they are walking, the group would be becoming bigger to an extent that it would have been chaotic. So that's why I'm really grateful to the police that they didn't react in a manner that would have caused confusion. But by Archbishop Banda, that was his intention. That's what he wanted. He was hoping that, a riot would erupt. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. Anyway, thank you very much, ma'am.
That happened. And I'm sure he must be very disappointed that it didn't come out the way he was expecting.
Yeah, no. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you. Hello?
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 Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
I'm live, isn't it?
Yes, you are.
Okay. My name's Crispin. I'm calling from, anyway, I'm all over Zambia, but right now I'm in South Africa. I want to register my disappointment with our Archbishop. I'm not Catholic, but I respect leadership. Whosoever whosoever gives up himself to work for the Lord, that kind of a person, I give respect to such people. And the behavior must be above reproach. What we are seeing, or what we are seeing happening in our country, is really disheartening. And I only hope and pray that some people will sit down. I know he's a leader, he has got he commands large following, but even among the people who are below him, one should sit down. He has some advisors. He should don't tone it down a little bit, because this is not good. What we saw today on social media, what was happening there, that was not right. And as a country, we call ourselves Christian nation. Now, I'm so disappointed with our bishop. I only hope and pray that one day he's going to tone down and find a way on how they're going to work out this thing amicably, because it sends a very bad signal to the outside world, and even the people who want to join the Catholic Church. That kind of behavior, or maybe for lack of better terms, that kind of conduct is not right from a man of God.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Let me end there. I don't want to talk much against the men of God. I respect people who work for God.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello, Bata.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
Yes, Bata. Mwabombe.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
I'm quiet. Finally, I'm through. I just want to contribute something. Because you see, not to say as a Catholic, because you know, what can the bishop say? Kuba police. What can you say? Because you claim that this vehicle is donated, and now there's someone who's supposed to donate the vehicle is not even aware about the vehicle. What can you say? Honestly.
What defense? What defense do you have?
Ilias now wasoka sana nukwapela advice, but these people, they don't want to give a good advice to the bishop. And the bishop valakakwa. If you feel more that's valakakwa. It's true valakakwa. And balaluse fingi sana. Balaluse fingi sana bishop apatule balombasa how winding the bishop. Mutekanye. Then come. Then come. Mwi referenda vina sangu. Mwi referenda vina politician and vina politician.
Vamakepi Zulu.
There is not a political interest. But otherwise, it's you, the bishop. Just humble yourself, and things might go well with you. This government, that side, you know, let them check in court if you are there from court. The witnesses are already testified, but well, some they already testified in the areas where I can go, the state, the jingle, the state, the boss. They testified the same. Okay, let's not get some but I didn't die of vehicle. Let's take up Yahweh. It really is straightforward. Listen, to humble himself. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, macho makulu.
Buna macho mabwanji.
Tasho makulu. Akulu na kukonkani. Kwa mwaka bachunga muzambili mwe. Chamene kumkumudisa ngako nisaboti kungo join mupingo lombapano after kunkhala katukumene for 3 years.
Yes.
Nopo pezeka kuti asikoleli ambonge na mundale. Nankhala upali pakako mbademwe. Chaniwa chakuti muntu masi yotekinga kuja kuchita nokulya kalisia kamba kakuti call out yokuitana kuti wera uyondolole wetu atyani motoka hii yepezeka tyani tuliwero pasi muliyeleko na kalisi ne akulu chankala kwenye wala ndi mweyo maita
laboreti buno bwino zona muyunkhalira mati siyenza ofunika kunkhala pamandi ya ndine wanyowani muchipani koma 3 years yonkhala katukumeni iwe mpunzi akambiri so kupezeka kuti asogoleri uchavateti tiliye kumbwe bwino koma chilungamo chikulu ndiye chamene mwalazira ngako mwakamba ngako pa chilungamo akulu mupitilize kutukambirako mungasera umene tiliye na platform yokambirako koma munkaleko kusintha koma mumpini ndiye chikulu chamene namvera kuti nani zinazilepo akulu pepani
iyayi nayamika zikomo
zikomo akulu
hello 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 something has gone wrong here. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening. I suppose that is Precious.
Yes, it's me.
Please go ahead, Precious. Let's discuss what we are discussing. Don't take us anywhere. Discuss what we are discussing.
I will discuss what we are discussing and what I see that it's also affecting the nation. So there are some people who are busy saying, Archbishop Banda, we are disappointed with that man. So they wanted him to go alone so that tomorrow again they were going to say that, you see, the people was busy deceiving him. They failed even to escort him. And they think like everyone is a fool. What about your president Wakande Kema when he used to go to my police? He was not going with the cadres and all those leaders who was escorting them. We are not fools. Archbishop Banda is very innocent. And according to what he was explaining, he was saying that he bought this vehicle. There's someone who it was registered on the other name. If that is the case, they should start with because even myself, when I was buying that vehicle, there is a person who came to me who said, this vehicle I bought it Kuribamukum. From there, I did not agree to buy that vehicle because I saw that what was written there, it was written big 5 Mukun. So that's what I told that person. I said, I cannot buy this vehicle to you because here it's not showing that this is your name. So take me to big 5 so that I can know the person who is selling this vehicle. And when I went there, when we went to ZRA, we found that this vehicle, it was again in the other name. And I told them, can you clear it yourself before me I come in? This is what I did. So even like Bishop Banda, how can that be issue? Now you start saying that he bought a vehicle from the different person. So they should deal with a person who started buying that vehicle instead of start now giving a pressure to Archbishop Banda. But Bishop Banda, if he bought that vehicle, it was cleared. So why should you start saying that he's going to be arrested? The person who's supposed to be arrested is the person who sold that person. The same person you are saying they used is the same person who's supposed to be arrested, not like Bishop Banda. And if indeed you knew that it was Varungu who was involved in that issue, how come they failed to bring it when Varungu was still alive? And you think like people are fools? People are not fools. Like Bishop Banda is innocent. So if that is the case, they were supposed to start with the previous people who keeps on taking advantage of this country and also of the people of Zambia. Otherwise, the people, they do that. We have agents who buy my vehicles, they sell to people, but they don't even start following them. So stop telling the people lies. It's not right in the eyes of God. Do what is right so that God can open doors for you. But even myself, I cannot say that Wamukuni stole the vehicle. No. When I bought that vehicle, it was cleared. It was for them. So they sold it to me. Okay? But we cannot tell that they stole the vehicle. That vehicle, for them to have it, it means they bought it
Precious.
in a good way.
Precious,
so
can you wind up?
Giving, it's a different statement here.
Wind up, Precious.
So my last word is, you people keep on saying, yeah, like Bishop Banda, we are disappointed with him. Can you leave him? He is a bishop who has the right to be escorted by the people who love him. The man is loved. So why are you feeling bad? So tell them to stop even blaming like Bishop Banda. If you are talk about issues of
Thank you, Precious.
let
Thank
them
you.
tell to arrest the Gaza.
This woman.
Hello? So tell them to stop even blaming like Bishop Banda.
Hello?
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 Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Sure. I'm calling from Johannesburg.
Yes, please.
Yes. So I am actually Catholic, and am I talking to Mr. Tayali?
Yes, and you are live on the program. Please go ahead.
Fantastic. I'm actually Catholic. I'm calling from Johannesburg. My name is Alexander, and I'm so disappointed in our bishop because the Archbishop, the way he's conducting himself is it's unbearable because he loves anarchy, commotion. I'm so disappointed in him. You know, look, just an example I'll give. They were walking and blocking the road. And why did he just avoid unnecessary confusion? That's not how an advocate for peace would behave, you know? And you know, like the other thing is he was supported by Membe who was saying like I'm a lawyer and my KB who left a body here in South Africa. Like there's too much confusion because I don't understand how these people are actually working. You know? But HH is being magnanimous and is being a big man. He didn't even no one was injured. There was no casualties and nothing. He just let them to conduct themselves. Thank you, Mr. Tayali. I submit.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes. Evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Concerning to the issue that you are talking about, I'm so disappointed with the opposition leaders that we have today. Hello?
Yes.
Yes. I fail to understand. These guys, they are in opposition and they want people to support them when something that is not right. How do they want people to support them? Because they're seeing something wrong and then they organize themselves to support that. If let's say if someone became president among those people, this thing of corruption set a lot to be happening, which will affect the nation and everyone. So we don't need such people in our country or such leaders with that mindset, because it's a disgrace. As where we are as Zambia right now, we're trying to fight corruption and other stuff. In as much as we are trying to fight that, and then they come and they organize themselves to support something that is not right. We don't need such people as a country because they are just misleading the country and they don't mean well for the country.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, President Tayali, Mwambe.
Yes, my brother.
Yes, first of all, I want to thank the Bishop of Sorwezi who escorted our shepherd Alec Banda. And I want to thank the Bishop of Mpika who also escorted our Bishop, Dr. Alec Banda. And the other bishop who was not there is Bishop Benjamin Pire. Oh no, new pendicado pokempia kuriva.
No, Kalaluka. No, Kalaluka, please.
Yes.
Please, Kalaluka. Please don't go that route. I don't think it would be good for you to make such a wild allegation on this program. Please. I know I have spoken about this. What I've told you here. These are the facts, but even me, no, please, let's spare that Benjamin Pire, please.
Okay, I've taken note. Taken note, Mr. President. Mr. Tayali, I'll go direct to the point. This issue of Dr. Alec Banda and the UPND government is political, and the main reason why I'm saying like this is I talked to Jack Mwimbu today. And when I called him, he said, you know what? Alec Banda, he doesn't come to State House when other bishops come. And Alec Banda has been vocal. So, and he told me, what Jack Mungu told me, is that on 8th January,
Kalaluka, yes. You spoke to this man. I'm sure the conversation that you had was private, but now for you to start bringing and devouring the information here on this platform, I don't think it's good, Kalaluka. Please.
Okay. Okay. Let me go back to the point. This issue, I just wanted the people to know that this issue is political.
Okay. Listen, Kalaluka, my brother.
Yes. Yes.
The facts, I'm sure you have heard how I've explained about the facts. You have heard.
Yeah.
Do you think it was right that ZRA, some individual in ZRA, used the name of a young man to get a vehicle from ZRA at 50,000 kwacha, a Hilux, without him knowing about it? Do you think that was right? Sure.
We cannot conclude that one, President Hall, because we haven't heard the side of our shepherd, Dr. Alec Banda.
But okay, very good. And you have answered well. Why hasn't Alec Banda explained? Don't you think that Alec Banda, in his position, he owes his followers and the general public at large transparency? Don't you think it is right for him to explain himself?
Yes, I think the DEC did their own and caution. So from here, the case will proceed to court.
But he has not said anything. Don't you think you deserve to know? You have actually yourself, you have said that we haven't heard from him. Wouldn't you like to hear from Archbishop Dr. Alec Banda? Wouldn't you want to hear from him?
I personally want to hear that. That's why the people of Zambia are looking forward the court case to start, the trial to start.
Okay. I think let's leave it at that. That now we pray he's going to be arrested because that is the only way he wants to speak. He doesn't want to speak in a normal way. He wants to speak in court. So let's go for ZRA. Let's go for DEC to expedite the arrest. But DEC expedite the arrest him as quickly as possible so that he can go to court. I think that's let's take it that way.
That would be the best way, President Tayali.
Thank you, my brother. At least we agree. Can DEC arrest the man quickly and bring him to court? Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling from South Africa. This is Austin.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay, looking at the issue that is going on with a bishop in Zambia. I don't think it is good to bring confusion in the nation, because looking at the status that is carrying and taking people with him, those people who are going that side, I think being a man of God, you have to be first the man of peace, because you are representing Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ himself was tried, tested, and they found him without any cause. It is only because of the wish of the people that Jesus was laid to the cross. But even Herod couldn't find anything wrong in Jesus Christ. So him, if he means well for our country, Zambia, we have enjoyed peace for many, many years. So if he means well, even as he is a man of God himself, he should just adhere to the rules of Zambia. He should follow the procedure without trying to bring in the Catholic Church. Mr. Archbishop Banda is not the Catholic. Catholic is too big, is bigger than him. He's just an individual. So when he's answering to the things that concerns our country, he must just be as himself, not with a Catholic. Because bringing in the Catholic Church in this issue, it's like you are trying to divide the country already. And that is not what we have been praying for, and we are not praying for that kind of things to take place. So whatever has happened, he should just humble himself, follow the procedure, whatever is happening, and if he says he's a man of God, he should stand for the truth. If he took those things, he should speak it. Failing to do that, he has denounced Jesus, because he says he's representing Jesus Christ. So we will see the Jesus that is representing. And those people that who are just supporting whatever is coming out of those people, even those people who followed him, who escorted him, those public figures, those whom we are counting to be our fathers, it is a shame, it is an embarrassment. They don't mean well for our country. Because if they mean well, they wouldn't have followed up. Going to do what? Were they together when those things were happening? Then the things that they should be is to advocate for peace. They were supposed to encourage the bishop. Bishop, if you are not guilty, just go ahead, do things. They will test you. If they find that you are not guilty, then we take it from there. But them escorting him, like trying to bring commotion in the country, those people, they don't mean well for our mother Zambia. And we pray that may God of justice himself stand. If the bishop is not guilty, let it be so. Praise be to God. If he's guilty, let the law take its course. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Chongolo.
I'm quiet.
I'm quiet. And then I think now we'll understand the thing, especially on the issue of ZRA without him knowing that the body won't now push them on to when doing change of ownership, Kulaba Urex Shamotoka Apurokulemba later.
Later.
So, how did they do that? Panto Apurokulemba later, Urex Shamotoka, Apudea assignment partner, then Apuda Vita Pona number, signature, Nama witnesses. So, no, by in that way. First, no wonder this man was quiet. He could not even answer to any question by the push. First, we don't have to look about that. First, when buying a vehicle from the test, after that, later, Yalanga no Kulangati is no longer the owner of that day. And they can't even come and claim ownership of that vehicle. Pandu, akupera mamba yava iyo namusapuranga. But to my surprise, not satisfied, Sanchi, the young man was not even aware that he bought a phone for posted 50,000 squares. I don't want to hear for success negative. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. My name is Sean Lusaka.
Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to quickly say one or two things. As we are seated here behind the terraces and to watch as things unfold. Umuntu ushayikala po mu Zambia ngasaisa asangalire group. Trust me, just say ndi political party yakuisa. If you've not lived in Zambia, just come and sir, there is a conduct. People of faith, they have got their own conduct. Abantu abaku church in short bali kwatafe we bayisira mu conduct yabene. Issue yawa Archbishop is a very simple issue that just needs clarity. Clarity yo banini hapana. Ukubo kokukosere abakupota iyo. Now this showdown, he stand off. This showdown. Remember, politicians have got their own way of doing things.
Yes.
Politicians they want tit for tat. So this small issue is about Mdala. Seeing in the midst of politicians, Avena Membe, Avena Nani has worsened things. Yeah, this has just worsened up things. Okay, fine. If these people would have just gone there quietly, in our church, it would have been different. Very recently, we saw another mass for Bill 7. Recently, quite mass, Bill 7.
Well, they didn't have mass that time, Bill 7. But they gathered outside the church, but they didn't have mass.
Oh, that wasn't mass.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was just a gathering. But
Thank you for the correction. So, Bill 7, they gathered, and then the people that showed up, again, were the same faces.
Yes.
Some faces, even today, same faces. Are we really fighting for is this really faith, or there's just a cause that we are yet to see? So anyway, but I'm as surprised as you are.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that, sir. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
Yes, you're speaking with Max from within Lusaka.
Okay, yes, Max.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, let me indicate that I'm not a Christian. But then I used to be a very devoted Adventist. I was a very strong Christian. But then I asked a lot of questions. And the issue with the church, they don't want questions. The moment you start asking questions, they look at you as an antichrist, as the devil, or otherwise. That's how they're going to look at you. So one afternoon, I asked a question, and I'll tell you the question that I asked. I said, if really God loves all of us, if God loves the Africans and everyone, the Chinese, the Europeans and everyone, where was this God for the Africans before the colonial masters? The bishop and everyone, they got angry with me for asking that question, and that's how I stopped going to church. The same formula they are using
for Bishop Banda. No questioning. The moment you start questioning the bishop, you are looked as an anti-Christ. You are not part of the church. Are we saying now that we can go and steal, and the only way we can protect those funds is just going to the priest, give the priest the funds, and those funds are secured? Really, was it even necessary to carry the whole crowd and they start saying, Hail Mary, Mother of God, pray for us? Was that necessary? The only issue was for him to go and answer a question, how did you get into possession of this vehicle? It was as simple as that. But then, how do you question the church? It's another issue. How do you question the church? How do you ask them questions? Because even if you read the Bible and understand, no questioning. It's quite sad. It's quite unfortunate that we have even gotten to this point. And at the end of the day, we are saying we are a Christian nation. Thank you so much, Mr. Tayali, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Yes, please. Mkwa.
Never to contribute na ile pali program, especially peli ya island. Hello?
Yes.
Firstly, it is simple. And there was no need for a bishop to put up that stand, stand. There is a difference between solidarity and drama. And as a Zambian, I am very, very disappointed. Kuikala muri ino season, iyo tukwetewa bishop abalinga bafyashi bari Banda balingiro kulangisha leadership. Especially a person who is holding such kind of a higher position. Ya kwebati, bale tungula multitudes, thousands upon thousands. Catholic has been a mother of churches, but we are very, very disappointed. Me, as a citizen of this great country, I am very, very disappointed. Na behavior of a bishop. Ilidi achi, talirefwa iko noku imyato na domurikapo. What the bishop needed to do, it was to realize that it is a Hilux, he could have negotiated this way secretly, privately. Nobody knew upon a coffee na wakateka. You know, he's having a bigger influence. He could have gone secretly to Waka in the level and says, Mr. President, there is this issue. But the bishop has chosen a way he could flex some muscles. You know, because he has those, is politically aligned with PF. That is why in that drama, what did we see? We saw where PF people, all those confused drama kings, political drama kings, those are the people that we saw there. You see? So in a contribution in Zambia, let's love our country beyond politics, beyond the church you belong to. I am a Christian, I'm a child of God. It's a tola ndoko but we disappointed na bafyashiresu bari Banda. I'm a Christian. Ukumona abafyasha badingiro kutela leadership. He's supposed to be a father of both the opposition and those that are in political power, those that are holding the political offices. But what do we see? So mafyashi Banda was not supposed to uichefya. Negotiate his way. Zambia has made where economic is concerned. You know? But those are the things. To have a business or to shoot to Hilux as a country at this level and the stage of this country. I'm disappointed. But a contribution for Tayali.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, Mr. Tayali, thank you so much for taking my call finally.
Yeah, I'm
I was
sorry.
trying.
I'm sorry. Some people actually accuse me of being segregative, but it is just that the phone gets so busy. I don't choose. Yeah. Anyway, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I want to add my voice to happenings of today at the Drug Enforcement Commission offices. I'm happy of what happened today because it has erased the bad picture which people had about Hakainde Chilema, that was dictatorial, that was intolerant, that there was no space in Zambia for free speech and free actions. By allowing the Archbishop to do the drama that he did today, they have cleared Hakainde's image. Hakainde is a true Democrat. Hakainde is tolerant to the opposing voice.
Sorry, my brother. Sorry, my brother. I'm just trying to write on your comment because actually with that drama, if it was in PF, first of all, those people would have been beaten, and then secondly, most likely the Archbishop would have been locked up today. Most likely he would have been locked up today.
Correct.
But they left him and he walked back with his people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Secondly, let's go back to the time of Lady Manawasa. I think there has been no president who has tried to fight corruption in a manner Manawasa did until the time of Hakainde. You remember that when the Zamprop account was exposed by the Post newspaper under Freddie Membe, who was a champion of corruption, and today's fighting is now standing there of corruption. A lot of high-profile people had to resign their jobs. One of them was Chief Justice Messi Ngulube. After being mentioned in the Zamprop account that he benefited from $200,000, the Chief Justice resigned his position. Today, we have an Archbishop who has been cited that he is a beneficiary of property of the state, which was according to dubious means. He should have honorably resigned from his position. Unfortunately, the man is stiff-necked and is now trying to mobilize the country against the government. I am surprised that lawyers like Sangwa, lawyers like Freddie Membe, lawyers like Makebi Zulu can stand on the side of someone who is benefiting from property that has been acquired dubiously. They can stand on this side. I am truly shocked. Zambians, open your eyes and see the caliber of leaders who are aspiring for political office. These people, Freddie Membe, Sangwa, Makebi Zulu, including KBF, Zambia Must Prosper, all these people are not well meant for this country. They are going to colonize and plunder the country's resources. So in any way, this happening, this drama has also completely eliminated all those who are contending to contest with Hakainde Chilema in this year's elections. Last but not the least, to my fellow Catholic believers, let us not be blind to the realities on the ground. The state is not fighting the church. The state is looking at the criminalities surrounding the Archbishop, Archbishop Banda. Surely, colleagues, your property has been stolen, and the person who got the property, you know him. Won't you tell him, won't you take back your property? What we're seeing now is that Zambians are trying to defend a thief who has stolen from them. That must not be the case. Finally, I want to get again Chilema not to be distracted from his agenda for this country. So far, he has scored and is still scoring. Let him remain focused on the agendas of developing this country and define corruption and even improving the economic status of this country. But I submit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes. Good evening.
Good evening. This is Moses from Chalala.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, I believe kutuma tuwafilisha kuna inani trade afilisha speculate pa media. Awamna wale matinwa lawyer. Bacha ile kwi azia
Banani?
angwata ile.
Banani?
Lawyer. Amwe lawyer.
Bafred member. Bafred member. Bafred member. Bafred member is a lawyer, a qualified lawyer. He is a lawyer, a qualified lawyer.
Okay.
He was even called to the bench. Yeah, he is a full-time lawyer. But Fred Membe, I mean, I may have all my issues, around him as a politician, but he's a well-learned man. He's quite learned. So he's a lawyer, it is true. Fred Membe is a lawyer, and he was even called to the bar. He's a full-time lawyer. He's an advocate. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. That's the truth. He's a lawyer. Actually, in a case which was there, Zambia Airways versus the people, he even represented himself. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. So it is not just that he's trying to pull up, a first one. He is a lawyer, a qualified lawyer indeed. That I will give him. Yeah, thank you. Hello?
Vaskia, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
How are you, my brother?
Fine, thank you.
I think you're recruiting.
I'm recruiting, eh? I hope for the good cause.
Because your skills and my skills put together. So much. Now, what is the point, my brother? After the information was about church wanted to meet Navarone for Bishop, but I think HH has got a big heart.
He does.
Hello. Zambians hate two things. Zambians hate violence. Zambians hate corruption. There is one here who is being accused of corruption, and the other end is what happened in the world. It has scope. The European government because confusion about police, there was very protection. No. It takes business, my brother. Oh,
Barakakwa. Straight. It's only 5 years. In 5 years, being found with proceeds of crime, it's 5 years.
No, my brother, what I remember, 5G. The price goes before. Yeah, but what I say, thank you so much, my brother. That's what I wanted to.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. This is Chama calling from Freya.
Yes, sir.
Nachafandande pafio vakitire va bishop. First and foremost, ikipanda ng'ombe kirecha chitika kumona kwa tachachiringo okubako iyo kulingana nefe mwalondolola twakwata ebishinka. Me have been a devoted Catholic. Kufuma kuwaiche nangu pali ino insta twalikwata okuseramo mulandu waishine emisango. Ubwafya bwakitika kulya byasebanye ekyalo. Bantu wemuntu ngana akwata issue of a personal problem. Ero nefimwa kirondolola imwe. Twakwata obwishibiro balingire ffe okuya mu nkama n'okulondolola ofo kyali effe wapokerera ya gift, and I'm sure government nga tayasendere position bakitire. So mukulomba kwandi batata ba bishop babweshemu omutima. Bantu balabantu baletsinza kitantango babantu tobaita understand kile kitika bale mona kwati na limo pale persecution, but ni issue bafuyese basortinga fyabene balondola kuchiro kulasenda abantu bashishi befite bale kitabana mayo bantu ngachali akale fesa kitika kulia nakwacho matia gasi kwachilire mfuti nganatu mfuko bacha bantu bamonga n'abafwa bera nishira bengira na mukati abalefira muri bambi awe na papata mwesho kubaita ingenji na imwe bene mwesho kubaita ingenji abantu bashungurike bali abashite kwa device twapapata natotera batari.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello, am I through to Batari?
Yes, you are through, please.
Okay, yeah. In Batari, na fire kuipisha coffee, you being a Catholic, maybe you can guide me and make me understand something. Yeah, my question is, really, before my question, I'm really sad. It's not a good thing for a leader like the Archbishop Banda to be found in a situation like this one. That's number one. Now, the question is, I'm Archbishop wengi teso kwa bakoti bakulusaka bakundola nakwisa nakasama and then they have that is ZCCB. That is an umbrella where all these bishops fall, isn't it?
Yes.
Number ili ashida pale that umbrella Teti Bekale Panshi Ngabang they eating here a rumor. They call that particular bishop maybe who's been mentioned in that issue. They sit with him to find out whether that thing is the truth, and then watch the guide so that the embarrassment doesn't come to like the church. Like the way now people are putting it like, no, it's an attack on the church. And that's the perception.
kati abengi bakwete bamwe balekonkera mufye munu matano baleko okutukakira ba bishop n'abapata akainde n'apata ba bishop blah blah things like that. Yeah.
So
because why I'm asking this question, me where I come from, I'm not a Catholic. I won't mention the name of the church. If they hear, like even me, whether it's a youth or what, now so. Before the matter maybe goes even ukutari, as a church they will call you to find out from you, maybe the disciplinary committee in the church, and they hear the side of your story. If you are guilty, they can even maybe, they don't even announce to the church to say, uyu mundu alichite but alafu say relieve from your duties if you are holding any leadership position in that particular church. I mean, in church, yes.
Okay, so my brother.
My take on this matter was, ZCCB, why couldn't they sit with the bishop? Because you know the position the status we cannot overlook that one.
Yeah, so my brother, quickly, let me just respond quickly. Yeah. The issue is that they actually do sit. They do sit and they do engage. The issue is that just like you, they may not have the facts as they are. That is the challenge. So when they don't have the facts, it's difficulty, to admonish a person. This is the problem, because Archbishop Banda has not been sincere and transparent on this matter. He hasn't been sincere and transparent on this matter. So it makes it difficult even for others to decide on what they should do. But I'm sure as we go on, I'm sure they are also gathering facts, and they will know the facts. And when they know the facts, I'm sure they will take an appropriate action.
Brother Tayali, there was a statement from ZCCB that they are behind the bishop.
Yes.
They are standing with him in solidarity.
Yes. So you see that letter which came up. I mean, I even spoke about it here. I don't know if you follow the program, but of course,
I was following you.
Yeah, it is basically after that statement. When it is about what they have heard, because when that came up, I'm sure Archbishop Banda must have been saying something to them, and maybe they acted upon that, because many other people thought that Archbishop Banda is being persecuted, So I'm sure even other bishops, they had that impression that is being persecuted, but facts are coming out, and I'm very sure they will, when they understand that, they will act appropriately. I am a Catholic, and I know that they don't tolerate nonsense, if I could put it that way. They don't tolerate nonsense, but at the same time, they don't rush. They don't want to make a mistake of making a wrong judgment on someone. So let's be patient with the change.
Don't you think, Brother Tayali, don't you think it will be an embarrassment after issuing a statement that they are standing with the bishop in solidarity? Yes, they gather facts, and suppose the bishop is jailed.
Yeah, no, you are very right on that one. You are very right on that one.
I didn't give you my name. I didn't give you my name. I follow you. My name is Chilodi.
No, I agree with you. But we also have to understand that the church is led by human beings. Sometimes they can make a mistake anyway. So thank you very much, my brother.
I hope we won't be working in reverse.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hello?
Sometimes they can make a mistake anyway. So I hope we won't be working in reverse.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Brother.
Good evening.
Good evening.
For me, I've been following the program. And for me, I'm in the middle, and I wanted to just find out, because in our country mostly, it's either you're this side or this side. So kukuli wa Emmanuel Mwambana ikawana. Kuli he's been accused. What? So for me, the things that you said about what could have happened with the vehicle, I had a lot of questions. And actually, some of the things that you have said have actually answered the questions that I had, because I was wondering how was the car registered in his name if it was a ZRA vehicle. But my question is, how can you completely know that he knew about the transaction, that it wasn't just a gift? Because it could have happened that way, that maybe the politicians got that vehicle and they gave it to him as a gift, and he accepted it because it's a gift. How can you be so sure that he was involved in the unlawful obtaining of that vehicle?
A very good question, my sister. A very good question indeed. Yes, it is possible that they use this person because there is a person that says, no, me, I didn't know. I didn't buy this vehicle. So maybe there were some people that did everything and just went and gave him the vehicle. Now, where the problem comes in is that when a vehicle is being given, a vehicle is not a small property. It's a big property. So when somebody is giving you a vehicle, you would ask, where is it coming from? No, it is coming from ZRA. But it was sold to this person. Okay? This person, because you see the documentation. And then those documentation, there is a name of somebody else. But then they say, no, we are going to change it in your name. And without even meeting the person, you say, you fill in the forms and you even sign the name to be changed into your name without knowing who that person is. That is highly questionable. It's highly questionable. How did Archbishop Banda accept a vehicle because at this point in time, I want to assume the name was in this guy's name. I find it difficult that he couldn't ask who this person was. That is number one. Number two, when this thing came up, his reaction, because if somebody gives you a gift, and then quite such issues, I think the innocent way of responding is like, no, I didn't know about this thing. You simply explain. I was sitting at home, and then these people came with a car, and this is what happened. You simply explain it. Now, you decide to keep quiet, and when you are called, you go with a multitude of people. So his behavior is also showing that he must have known about this, because surely if it was just a gift, like others are trying to put it, you simply explain how somebody gave you and what circumstances. Simple.
Yeah, okay. I do understand, but also I've noticed there is also what you talked about. There is a political thing going on where the president and him are not, he's against the president, and there are all kinds of things going on. So there is that defiance also. It's like that, and others are just caught up in the thing, which is I don't know. There is a personal thing going on. We've noticed that. But for me, I just wanted to understand certain things that I didn't understand. And how is it possible? Because priests are given gifts.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
But even the gifts that you are given, any priest, you can't just give a priest a vehicle. And oh no, thank you very much. Oh, let me change in my name. I think that would be irresponsible. Even yourself, my sister. From nowhere, I come and give you a vehicle, and you say, thank you very much, Mr. Tayali. I'm changing in the name. I'm changing in my name. I think it will show some kind of irresponsibility. And then you have also talked about the the political side. I think from my point of view, the political side, yes, is there, but I think the government were magnanimous in the sense that when this case came out, they dealt with other cases, but this one, they put it aside. They put it aside. What has made them to bring it out is the way that the Archbishop is coming. And I'm sure even you, my sister, you know, when you have, I have done something wrong to you, and then every day I'm talking about you. She's a very bad person. Hey, she actually moves with that man. Hey, you know, even you'll be like, this guy. Eh? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is a situation. I strongly believe that if the Archbishop had handled himself very well, I don't think this situation would have reached where we are now.
Okay. We remain to see what will come out of this.
Yeah, no, thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Mr. Tayali Mwabombe.
Mkwama Wombe.
Nachiva kufamu na joina leti conversation yenu. Kaimwali shiva kundu wapala abananganya ali kibanda. Mr. Tayali. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Tayali. Ngana mwanafye i confusion ya chiva kulia. Alengi na PF kada. Just bring confusion. All a PF kada. Majority asked us, we cannot do that. Because that one, they are supposed to call out to interrogate, but why is it here going with sounding in Jesus' name? Let's do whatever. Why playing with that? Why playing with God? Those who are bringing confusion are PF Kadad. Simple. There is nothing like Catholic what. They are nothing like that.
Yeah. No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Is that Tayali?
Yes, sir.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Fine, thanks.
I started calling you, I think, about 6 months ago. Today I'm through on the line.
No, thank you. Thank you for your patience, and I apologize for the situation.
You are a very difficult man.
No, it's just that the program, believe me, when I end the program, I would have about 900. Like yesterday, I had about 900 missed calls. You can't imagine. 900.
You see? So I just made a try today. So otherwise, I'm happy that I'm through on the line.
Yeah. No, please go ahead.
This is Mr. Hamaninga. I think I've been following the different issues that are happening around us. But I'm very much surprised on one thing. As you said, that we are all Catholics and we are all Christians. Zambia is a Christian nation whereby people, we need to understand things in a point of view that we are running a Christian nation, not an organization or not a multitude of people where it is being read as it's a nation of junks and the like. I have a challenge. Why the first challenge that I have, Mr. Tayali, is why was there someone publicized on a media? What transpired the bishop to do that as a leader of the church who leads the church and leading also the people, not only not only mere people like you and I, even the president of this nation. Because when it comes to the people who are pastors and the bishops, we respect them more than any other person. Because they preach about peace. But there's the very people who preach about peace, they are the ones that are bringing the confusion to us. Why is it so? And the people like me and other friends who are still youths, where are we going to hide from if such things are happening? The instructions were very clear. If he's coming, let him come alone. But only to go with so many people that some of them doesn't even have any work. We have even seen some number of. I'm beginning to wonder if these other politicians knows what they are doing. Because a leader who wants to become a president, you come and stand in the midst of people and start shouting, "No, I'm a lawyer," and so forth. Then you even know that what I'm defending is wrong. We cannot conclude, but the reaction can tell where we are heading to. So me, I begin to wonder when I see such things are happening to us, because we are not running Kantem. We are running a nation where it is organized by different people of different attitudes. So I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Where we are going.
No, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. And I apologize that it has taken you this long. But you know, one funny thing is that I think you must have a skill to get through my line.
Yeah.
Because there are people that manage to call almost every day and they manage to go through. So you need to learn the skill. Anyway, thank you very much and good night. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good evening indeed.
Oh, good evening.
Hey.
Hi. I just wanted to talk about Archbishop Banda. I think away from the political the lens, you know, that when you look at it as a priest, you would want to think that he would be governed by scripture and by the example of Christ, you know, because the Bible says that love covers a multitude of sin. And even with the differences that he has with the government, I think he should be seen to be the one who's extending more of the olive branch than the government being the one that is extending the olive branch.
Exactly.
But what we're seeing is that it's like he is the one who is using retaliation.
He's the aggressor.
Yes, you know. And also, when you look at when you are called into ministry, like being a priest, you are warned of persecution. And what are those guidelines of persecution? You know, you are told that you are called to endure with patience and even clarity and charity, and not revenge. You know, that you should pray for your persecutors, those who are persecuting you, and you know, suffering, that you will face suffering. And in this case, I'm assuming that, okay, everything that's against him is not true. It's just suffering. This shouldn't surprise him as somebody who is serving God. You know, but now the further concern is like the way the tension was heightened today, and also with the way other callers have said, to say that if it was in the previous government, but how did he go in with a clear conscience without knowing what is going to befall the people that were following him? You know, study space with tear gas and all that stuff. So I don't know where his conscience lies at this point, but I'm really, really bothered that up to now, he's still not giving direction to be able to bring this down, to say that, okay, if he chooses to say that he wants the due process to be done, I think his word would go a long way in telling somebody to say that, okay, he may have been leveled against with these charges. But let's wait while the due process is going. But it's like he's enjoying all this debate. It's going heightened. We are hearing all sorts of allegations that are bordering on dividing the nation. And we're still dividing the church. The church that he's leading today is at a risk of being divided over something that he can control. How does he go to sleep like that?
No, thank you very much, my sister. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, I just want to ask a question regarding what happened this morning. Makebi Zulu, is Makebi Zulu the lawyer to Dr. Archbishop Banda? Because I was surprised when he just from nowhere, he was in Portland trying to negotiate with the police. Is he the lawyer? Because I'm made to understand now what you have been saying, like the guy likes cameras. I was so surprised.
That's Makebi Zulu.
I just want to find out.
That's Makebi Zulu, and you saw him. He was coming to, interact with the police. That's Makebi Zulu. Yes, he is. His firm is representing him. That is what I've understood. His company is representing him. Hello? 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 I think my phone is tired, and I think even myself, I am tired. I think let me end here for tonight. Please bear with me. I think we have been on this for some time. So basically, I think I've given you the facts around this case. I've given you the facts around this case. This case is very simple. It started a long time. The government did put aside the case of Archbishop Banda, trying to respect him. But unfortunately, as they say, when you are in a glass house, don't throw stones. He has been throwing big stones, very uncompromising, very confrontational, and confrontational not on issues, but he is one of those who is part of those people that are saying Hakainde Hichilema must go, who want to dislodge Hakainde Hichilema. Archbishop Banda has not been happy that Hakainde Hichilema won power, because Edgar Lungu was his friend, his personal friend, a very close friend. This is how even these vehicles and other things, were given to him because of his close relationship. So in terms of criticizing Hakainde Hichilema and his government, it is not about the wrong things that they are doing. It is about, you are not supposed to be there. My friend should be there. And so Archbishop Banda, together with others, they have engaged in a plan or in an agenda to remove Hakainde Hichilema. And relating to this case, it is a very straightforward case. It is not true to say somebody bought a vehicle and gave it to Archbishop Banda as a gift. No, it is not true. The Archbishop Banda wanted a vehicle, told Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu tells the ZRA boss. ZRA boss tells the guy that was in charge of vehicles, and they organized to have a car from ZRA and be given to Archbishop Banda. How did they do it? They came up with a list of vehicles, as if they want to sell them to workers through auction sale. The board approved. After it approved, they picked some of the vehicles that they wanted, including this vehicle of Archbishop Banda. And they used a name of one of a ZRA worker, a junior ZRA worker, a young man. Without him knowing, they used these details to get a vehicle from ZRA, purporting to say they have sold this vehicle to this young man at 50,000 kwacha. As you can imagine, a Hilux, 50,000 kwacha. Even a small Vitz does not cost 50,000 kwacha. But they used 50,000 kwacha at Bashta 50,000 kwacha motok. And they took this vehicle to Archbishop Banda. And Archbishop Banda said, yes, thank you very much. And they changed the name into Archbishop Banda. But Archbishop Banda knew about this. And this is why Archbishop Banda has been quiet. Whenever, this issue has come up in the public, even me, I even said it, why doesn't Archbishop Banda explain about this? He has been quiet. He is now called, go and come and explain. Instead of going quietly to go and explain, he wanted to divert their attention. He goes with people, expecting that the police will react. The police will react, and then there will be confusion, and he will not be able to go and answer those. Fortunately, the police did not fall into his trap. They allowed him to reach the headquarters, and he was asked questions. When he was asked questions, he was quiet. He didn't respond. Why didn't he respond? Because he knew that the vehicle was gotten dubiously. These are the issues. This is the issue around Archbishop Banda. There is nothing like persecution. This is a matter that is straightforward. I am expecting that soon Archbishop Banda will be called again to be arrested, and next he will appear in the magistrate. That person who they are alleging that is the one that gave him as a gift, that person is there. And I know he will come to court and say, I don't know about this. And I don't know how it will end now Archbishop Banda, but really, analyzing the whole case, Archbishop Banda can go to jail over this matter. That is what I submitted today, just summarizing it. Thank you for following, and thank you for participating in the program. Tomorrow I will not be talking. I will come back on Wednesday. I don't know what issue I'll bring up, but tomorrow I will not be talking. I'll talk on Wednesday. Thank you very much. May God bless you, and may God bless Zambia. Good night.